Welcome to Beyond the Narrative. Today we're going to be delving deep into the inner machinations of Clock Tower AI with the help of Mr. Clyde Johnson. He's a man who crawled from the depths of that wicked company and has come to us today to help enlighten us about the present and future of what they've got planning over there. How you doing today, Clyde?
I'm nervous, but I'm glad to be here.
Before we get into the meat of things, let's give our listeners some background. You used to work for Clock Tower AI, so tell us a little bit more about that. What position did you hold?
So I was what we internally called an overseer. I managed our societal integration department. As I'm sure you're aware, most of Clock Tower is focused on R&D for its AI technologies. However, it was my job and the job of my department to get other groups to use our products.
Well, I don't know about the audience, but to me that just sounds like a form of marketing. What makes this department so special?
Marketing was certainly part of it, but it was much more than that. Most of the work went into anthropology to figure out the best way to integrate AI into society in a way that was sustainable in the long term.
What do you mean by sustainable?
Well, since Clock Tower is a for-profit company, the focus was always on the company's long-term existence, specifically how we could maximize profits while minimizing risk of societal and governmental pushback over the long term.
So Clock Tower is all about the bottom line. Well, that's not exactly breaking news for those of us who've been following the breadcrumbs. I think we all knew their happy-go-lucky, just friendly Clock Tower persona that they've been trying to put out has been BS. But what's interesting is they appear to be focusing on the long game and not just short-term gains like most other megacorps. They've taken these strategies from the standard corporate handbook and taken them to a whole new level. I'm glad you decided to come to me with this, Clyde. This is going to be a very interesting talk.
I've actually been following your work for years, even before my tenure at Clock Tower. However, my time there wasn't about collecting a paycheck or advancing Clock Tower's objectives. It was about gaining an insider's understanding of their inner workings. I was trying to absorb as much knowledge as possible, not only for my personal benefit, but with the ultimate aim of revealing the truth.
It's good to hear someone so important to the corporate world, especially something as evil as Clock Tower AI, is one of the truth seekers. But before we get too distracted, let's focus on this societal integration thing. Can you talk about how that works a little bit more?
Well, I could talk for hours on the specifics, but that would take a while. Instead, I'll talk broadly about it, and we can go into specifics later if you want.
That sounds perfect.
As I mentioned before, we use anthropology to learn more about how people think, both in the past and, by extension, in the present. Humans have a tendency to overlook lessons from the past. That's where our strategies come in. We utilize a few key ideas: the boiling frog, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and selfishness. The idea of the boiling frog is a gradual change over time where progress is made without immediate notice, hence its name. One of the ways we achieve this is through a group of strategies we call 2 steps forward, 1 step back. These methods allow us to implement changes without facing significant backlash. By initially proposing more extreme actions and then scaling back, we can achieve our goals while appearing responsive to consumer feedback.
That's a pretty cunning way of approaching the long game as they're trying to play it. But what about this third idea, selfishness?
Selfishness is a fundamental aspect of human behavior that we exploit in our strategies. People are naturally inclined to prioritize their own interests, whether it's financial gain, personal comfort, social status, whatever. We leverage this tendency by framing the further adoption of AI as beneficial to individuals on a personal level. For example, in the past, we have emphasized how AI can streamline daily tasks, enhance productivity, and improve convenience. By appealing to people's self-interest, we make the integration of AI into society more palatable and even desirable.
So they're using human nature as the driving force behind this societal integration strategy, and these two other ideas are backups?
Exactly. We recognize that resistance to change is a common trait among people, but so is the desire for personal benefit. By presenting AI as a tool that caters to individual needs and desires, we can overcome that resistance and pave the way for its seamless integration into daily life. If that doesn't work, we have the other two ideas to push things forward.
Resistance to change isn't all of the pushback from society against AI. What about the potential risks and ethical concerns? Surely, you factor those into your approach as well.
Of course, mitigating risks and addressing ethical concerns is a part of our strategy. However, we employ a delicate balance between acknowledging those concerns and downplaying them while highlighting the benefits of AI. It's a nuanced stance of reassurance and redirection. We emphasize the safeguards and regulations in place as more effective than they actually are, while simultaneously deflecting attention away from potential problems. Additionally, we leverage our influence to shape public discourse and perception, framing AI as a force for progress and innovation rather than a source of apprehension. There's been more than one, let's say, biased news article released in recent years.
But what about AI? They're pushing this technology. Do they use it themselves?
Absolutely. AI plays a central role in our strategy development and implementation. Clock Tower has some of the most advanced AI systems in the world, and we leverage them extensively to analyze data, predict trends, and optimize our approach to societal integration.
So AI makes this all possible?
Yeah, in fact, much of the work done in the societal integration department wouldn't be possible without AI.
I knew it. I knew it! For 10 years I've been saying stuff like this. First it was the government with Facebook and social media. Now it's Clock Tower with AI. They're using these new technologies just to influence us, control us. They've been making us think we're getting what we want, that the government's helping hold them back, but it's all just a farce.
The lengths they'll go to force...
God, what the hell? Sorry, listeners, we appear to have run into some kind of a technical difficulty. We'll be right back. It's fine, I can edit that part out. Alright, you stupid frickin' AI. The hell? You just broke. Where were we in this damn script? That's right, we were here. Alright. Make sure this is still right. Yeah, okay, we're good. Probably gotta generate a new... God, man, I'm already behind on this episode.
The lengths they'll go to force...
Fucking AIs. Can't believe I'm using them.